Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be teaching you how to host a Django website in a DigitalOcean platform and how to get a free SSL certificate for the IP address and the domain name. And we'll get a domain name from the GoDaddy. And let's see how to connect that particular domain name with our hosting project. And let's move on to the screen now.
So let's start with the video. So this is the project which we have developed, that is a e-commerce website where we have the purchase pages here. We can purchase the whatever the products we have here, and we have a services page, checkout page, and tracker page, and all those stuffs. So we have the authentication system, that is a sign up, login, and we can reset the password over here, and you can activate our links. So this is all the website which we have developed. So I can just do a normal sign up here, so I can do it. So I'll just log in with the admin credentials now. So I'll just log in with the admin credentials. So let's click onto the login. You can see we have a admin panel inside our Django website. It is developed by using Django. So once I have logged in, I can purchase the orders. So I can purchase the orders. So you can see I can update the orders. I can purchase whichever the order I want. So I can just increment it, I can decrement it. So all those things I can do it. So I can go to the checkout page over here. So the analog watch I have added as a 2 products, and LED watch is a 2. So I can fill out this particular form and I can place the order. So I'll just show you one now. So I have filled out this form. I'll just click onto the place order. It is refreshing to the payment gateway, that is a Paytm. So I can use this particular testing keys and I can proceed with this particular. So I given the OTP over there. So once the OTP is verified, I can pay with the balance here. So it is for the testing. So you can see I got the particular payment status with this particular all the details. So I can track the particular order also. So I can see these all those things inside my admin panel, like who have ordered, and I can update the tracker status and so on. So I have a logout functionality over here. So now we will be hosting this particular website inside a platform, that is a DigitalOcean platform, where it's provide a hosting, and we can scalable our website, and it has a number of features, and they have the beautiful guides, so which enables us to host our website very scalable in the scalable manner. So then after hosting it, we will be connecting that particular website to our GoDaddy domain name, so that we'll see how to connect it, and we'll see how to get a SSL certificate for free in the DigitalOcean in this video. So now I'll just open the website, that is a DigitalOcean. So I need to go to the digitalocean.com. If I open their site, so you can see this is the DigitalOcean platform. So it's saying free credit active, get started on Django with the $100 for 60 days. So you can now log in with the free credits, with the free accounts, add your card, so add your data over here, and you can start deploying your application. So I have already account, so I'll do the sign in over here. So I have a link given in the description. You can just log in with that particular link to get $100 for free. So here I'll just log in with the credential. So once I log in with the credentials, so it will be opening the particular DigitalOcean platform. So you can see the platform is this particular DigitalOcean. So I have already hosted one website over here. So now we can create a new droplets, and we have a number of features here. So I can just click onto the new project here. So I'll be giving a project name as AI space. So here I'll just give the description. I'll just tell web application. So then I'll just select the purpose of it is a web application, and I'll just click onto the create project. For now I'll just skip it for now. So once I skip it, so here I am entered inside the AI space web application project. Now I need to create a droplet to get an IP address. So I'll just click on to create. I'll click onto the droplet here. So once I click onto the droplet, it's asking the which is the thing you want to use it, Debian or Fedora or FreeBSD or Ubuntu. So I'll be using a Ubuntu services here. So it is a basic. So I'll be using a regular Intel with SSD CPU. So you can use anything over here, whichever you like. So I'll be selecting a $5 per month. So then I'll select a data center here. I'll just select it as a Bangalore. So I am in the Bangalore, so I'll be selecting the nearest data center as Bangalore here. So then I'll need to create a password, that is a root password. So this should be very strong. So I'll create it. So once I use it, so I'll just click onto the create droplet. So here I can enable the backups. So that will be $1 per month. So I don't want to enable it. So I'll just click onto the create droplet. So once I click onto the create droplet, you can see the particular droplet has been created here. So it is getting created now. So you can see the droplet has been created. Now I can activate this IP address. So I got an IP address. So I can activate this IP address using the password inside my command terminal, and I can work on it. So if I open this particular IP address inside a new tab, so you can see it is not getting opened. So I need to access inside the command terminal. So I'll just tell here, I'll enter the command ssh root @ so I need to enter this IP address. So once I enter this IP address, it's asking, are you sure you want to continue it? I'll just click onto the S and I'll continue. So now I need to give the password. So this password is nothing but at the password at the time of creating the droplet, we have set a password. That particular password we have to give it here. So I'll just type the password here. So once I type the password, so it's the wrong password I have typed. I'll just try once again. So you can see once I type the correct password, it has given me the login access. So you need to set a password very strongly inside while creating it. So you can see once I do it, I am getting all the stuffs over here. So now the particular Ubuntu, the particular root has been activated in the Ubuntu, that particular server. So it is accessing the particular server now. So here we need to run some of the commands. First I'll enter the command. So I'll just tell sudo apt get update. So this is the first command I'll be entering it. So you can see the thing is getting activated here. So all the thing is getting updated. So it's take a little bit time. So once all the things the packages has been updated. So I need to install the Apache and I need to install the Python inside this particular server. So what I'll do here is I'll just enter sudo apt get install. So I'll be installing the Python 3. It's the latest one. So I'll just tell Python 3 -pip. Then I'll give the space. I'll just tell Apache 2. Then I'll just tell lib Apache 2. And I need to install mod wsgi -python py3. So I'll just enter this command. So it is asking me it is a 209 MB of additional packages. I'll just press Y and I'll just click onto the enter. So all the packages it will install inside the things. You can see it is installing all the Mirror, DigitalOcean, Ubuntu. So what all the required packages needed. So all the packages it will be installing it. So then we need to configure our virtual environment. Then I need to serve all these projects. So this whichever the project we have created it. So let it be any Django project. I am not telling about only this project. So any Django project which you have developed, you need to host it into the same manner. Okay, so let's come back here. So it is still installing all the packages. So once it is installed, we can proceed with that. So one more thing. So let it install. I need to install one more thing. I need to install FileZilla client. So I need to install this FileZilla client. So I'll just click onto the FileZilla client download. So here I need to download this particular FileZilla client. So this is a FileZilla client. I have already downloaded. So where I can transfer the particular files from the system to the particular server by activating the root and giving the password in a very easiest manner. I can edit the particular files in a very easiest manner. So this is the FileZilla client. You need to download it. So if I just click onto this one more stuff. So here I'm getting same thing. So just click on to the download and it will be a normal installation over there. So just download this FileZilla client. So once you download, just install it in the normal way. So at that time you will be opening this type of platform. So I'll just close it. So I'll come back to the command prompt. So it is just running still. So if I just reload this particular site, you can see the particular 159.65.151.41 is my IP address. So I'll just copy this IP address, then I'll open inside the notepad. So I'll be storing inside the notepad for the purpose. So now this is the IP address where I need to host this particular website. Now see, the 127.0.1 is a local host IP address where my project is running. So it can be only seen inside my system. So once I host this particular project inside this Apache 2 Ubuntu page, at that time I can access the same project inside this IP address. So let the particular things we need to do it right now. So come back to the command prompt again, so you can see all the things has been done. So now what I need to do here is I need to install first virtual environment. So I'll just install pip install virtual. I will activate the the project as a virtual env. So I'll just download this one. So pip3, I need to use a command pip3 for the Python 3. So I'll just tell pip3 install virtual env. So then I'll use that as sudo. Sudo means like the super user. So super user is installing all this command. Sudo pip3 install virtual env. So all the things is installed. So now what I need to do here is I need to save this project inside I need to serve all the files of this project inside this particular IP address. So how I can do here is, so I'll just open this FileZilla client which I have set you to install. So once you open this FileZilla client, so here I need to give a host username, password, and along with this the port number. So here the IP address is this one, the particular host is this particular IP address. So I'll just cut it. So once again, so this is the IP address of the droplet. So whichever the IP address you have got, you need to use it same IP address to log in with the FileZilla. So I'll enter this IP address. I'll give the username as root. So the password. So password is which is the droplet password. So I'll just use the password here. So I'll just give the port number default as 22. So for everyone it will be the 22 itself. So I'll just click on to the quick connect. So I'll just enter. So you can see I'll be activating. I have activated that particular environment. So here I need to go it with the /var/ww. So once I enter, I'll be getting this one. So same, even you guys, you need to do it. So I'll just right click. I need to click on to the directory and enter it. So I will give the directory name as ARK. So I am giving the directory name as ARK and I'll just click on to the OK. So you can see I am inside a root directory now. So in the root directory, that is a where folder, www.folder and ARK folder. So here I need to transfer all the project files now. So what I'll do here is, so I'll just stop this particular server. So I'll just press Control backticks. So I'll just stop this server. So you can see I have stopped the localhost server. If I refresh the page, the particular project would have stopped here. So once, because I am stopping this means this time the database is activated here once it is running. So I want to transfer all the files inside this particular FileZilla. So now I'll just open this particular project directory where the particular Django project has been stored. So I'll just open this. So it is inside my PC. So I'll just go to the A drive, training, and this is a particular project. So this is the project folders. So it is my application, and even this is my application. This is a project, media, and all the Paytm installation, all these things I have. So this is the project of my Django. So I'll just select all this project. I'll just drag it to the FileZilla client over here. So I'll just drag it here. You can see all the files is getting transferred here. So one by one all the files is getting transferred and all the files has been successfully transferred. Now all the files, once it is transferred, I can see it over here. So I need to give here cd. So first I need to enter command cd /var/ww/ark. The folder name I have created. You can see the ARK I had created here. So you can give it as your choice. So I'll just enter. You can see it has been entered. If I just do the ls command, you can see all the folders whichever I have transferred is been activated here. So once I open this one, so now what I need to do here is I need to activate this particular terminal. So I need to activate it. So before that I need to install Django. I need to install all those things to run this particular project. So what I'll do here is first I will enable this particular project as a virtual env. So all these files I need to enable as a virtual environment. So what I'll do here is, so before doing that, I'll do one more thing. So here I'll just enter dot slash scripts slash activate. So here I need to go one step back here. So here I need to freeze what all the modules I need to have. I need to freeze it. So either you can install directly here, pip install Django, pip install Pillow, all these modules, even you can install it. If you have activated as a virtual environment, then I have activated it. So what all the modules required to run this project, I'll be freeze it into one requirement.txt file. So I'll just tell cd projects. I'm going inside the project directory. So now I'll freeze it. I'll just tell pip freeze greater than symbol into requirements.txt file. So once I run this command, you can see I got a requirement.txt file here. So inside the requirement.txt, I got what all the modules to be installed. So I need to install all these modules. So Django, Pillow, PyCryptodome, and this 6 and this SQL Pass. So these are all the modules. So these are all the libraries I need to install it inside this particular project to run this particular Django project. So what I'll do here is I'll come back here. So now I'll transfer this particular file also into my FileZilla. I'll just transfer this requirement.txt file inside this folder. So this is the requirement.txt file. So what? Well, I have Django, Pillow, PyCryptodome for Paytm, and 6 is for the authentication system. So I have installed at the time of doing the project. So now come back to the terminal here. So here I need to make this particular ERK folder as a virtual environment. So what I'll do here is, so I'll just tell virtual ene. So before that I need to install the virtual environment. I'll just tell sudo pip3 install virtual env. So I'll install this virtual environment. So you can see already I have installed it. So then I need to activate this particular folder, the ARK folder, as a virtual environment. So I'll be giving the command. So the particular command is virtual env. Give the particular folder. So I'll just name it as my project. So even you can give it as same thing, my project env. So I will enter this one. So you can see it has been created the virtual environment for this particular ERK folder. So now I need to activate this particular command. So I'll just tell source, source. So I'll just tell my project, so which is the virtual env I have created. So my project env slash bin slash activate. So once I entered, you can see my project environment folder has been activated. So now I can, so if I just tell ls now, so you can see all the folders I have now. So what I need to do here is, so I need to install all these modules. So requirement.txt modules, I need to install it. So even I can install directly pip3. I can install pip install Django. So I can install Django here. So because I can see the Django is being collected, so all the packages is installing here. So same way, even you can install one by one module. So I have all the modules which I need to install inside my requirement.txt files. So which I have transferred inside the FileZilla here. So I'll just run one command, pip install. I'll just tell -r requirement.txt. So once I enter this one, so whatever the modules has been specified inside the, so here in the requirement.txt file, so all the modules will get installed. So you can see all the modules has been installed here. So these are all the modules installed. Now I can run python manage.py run server. If I just give this particular command python, you can see the particular it is running inside the localhost. If I copy, so this is the localhost. So if I run this command, if I run this localhost IP address, it is not working yet. So then how I need to open this particular site? So here it is a Ubuntu. So if I refresh, you can see I cannot able to see the project over here. So then what I need to do here is, so after installing all the particular modules, I need to open the settings.py file. I need to add the particular path, like which is the path, which is the IP address. So I'll just go back here. I'll just open here. So here it is the ERK project. So if you know how to, where all the things will be there. So I'll just open this ERK project folder. So we'll just tell ERK project. So something is hitting here. 1 second. So now I will go back here. So you can see I'm inside the ARK project directory. So now I need to what? I need to edit this particular settings.py file. So I'll just edit this particular settings.py file. So here I have something called as a allowed host. So I need to add the keys here. So I need to add the IP address. So the IP address of this one is this particular IP address. So of this droplet IP address. So I'll just paste that particular IP address here. So I'll just save it. So I'll right click. I'll just click onto the save. So it has been saved now. The settings.py file, I have added the IP address over there now. So once you have done that one, so next what I need to do here is, so I need to run the particular, so I'll just allow the 800. So come back to the terminal. So here I'll just press Ctrl C, come out of the loop. So first I need to run this folder, run this project at the port number 8000. So for that one, what I'll do here is I'll need to allow the port number 8000 inside my Apache. I'll just tell sudo ufw and I need to activate the firewalls. Sudo ufw allow port number 8000. So you can see rule is getting updated. So once the rule is updated, I'll just tell python manage.py run server. So run server. So I'll just tell 0.0.0.0 at the port number 8000. So once I enter this command, so you can see it is running at the port number 8000. So here come back to this one. If I refresh, you can see I'm getting same thing. If I just open with the port number 8000. So once I open with the port number 8000, so you can see the particular project is been open inside here. So you can say I can go to the sign up page, everything I can do it. So all the project is working perfectly here. So it is opening at the port number 8000. But once I can see all the operations can be seen here. So all the static files is getting loaded here, and along with that I click the response, whatever the response is there, it is coming over here. So once if I stop this server, I'll just press Ctrl C and I'll just stop it. Once I stop, come back here. If I refresh, so you can see it has been stopped. This particular port has been stopped. So now what I need to do here is, I don't want to run the particular project at the port number 8000. I want to run it at this particular IP address itself. So now, so once we have done that one, so I will just come out of the loop. So I'll tell deactivate here, deactivate. So once I deactivate it, it will come out from the project environment. So my project env, it will come out of the my project environment. So then what I need to do here is, so I need to activate it inside my Apache. So I have run inside the particular IP address at the port number. So now I need to use the Apache servers to run the particular project. So what I need to go here is, I need to configure the Apache settings now. So I'll just enter sudo nano, and I'll just go to the /etc/apache2/sites available, and I need to go inside the 000, so default.configuration. Once I enter here, so you can see I have something default configurations here. So I need to add some of the configuration here. I need to add the server names and so on. So now what I do here is, I just press Ctrl Z here. So I'll just again run this one. So first I will go to the sites available. So I'll just tell cd go to this particular directory path. So cd/etc/sites available. So I am inside the sites available. If I do ls, you can see I have a 000 default configuration inside here. So what I'll do here is, I'll just copy the default configuration in one more thing. So I'll just tell cp, I will give ai space x dot conf. So even I'll give as a dot conf. So I want to copy all the whatever the things there inside the 00 hyphen default conf inside the ai space x conf. So first I need to give 00 conf, then I need to give this one 00 configuration. I need to enter ai space x dot conf. So this is the my configuration I'm using. So the domain name will be the ai space x dot, that one I'll be using. So I can use ai space x dot in dot conf. So whichever you feel you can give it. So I'll be using like this. So this command has been entered. Now if I just enter ls, so you can see I have 3 files. So 00 default configuration, ai space x dot in configuration, and so on. So I'll use the editor vim ai space x dot in conf. So if I just enter, so you can see I am getting all the configuration here. So here I need to enable some of the configuration to add it. So here, so I need to add some of the configuration here. So the configuration I'll be adding over here. So once I will be here, so I need to press I as insert mode. So once I am inside I, so I can add the configurations over here. So what I will be doing here is I will be adding the configuration here. So I'll just press tab here. So now I need to add alias. So I'll just tell alias. So in the alias, I need to mention the first static path. So I'll just mention slash static directory files path. So I'll give the space here. I need to just I'll go to the where, and for whenever I am searching for the static, I need to search for slash static slash where www slash. So the particular folder name I had created as ARK. So you can see if I go inside the ARK FileZilla client. So inside ARK, so I have all number of projects here. Inside the ARK, you can see I have ARK app, ARK auth, and all those stuffs. So something is wrong in this. So if I just tell ARK, so it will just happen. So this you can see inside the ARK, I have a static file. So I need to specify this particular path over here. So you can see it is working now. So now I'll come back here. So I'll just tell the slash static slash www slash. Now I need to go into the ARK. So whichever you have created the folder here. So www slash ARK. So then come back here. So once you have given this one, so then I need to tell. So inside ARK folder, I have a static directory. This is the static directory. Inside the ARK, I have a static. So I need to specify this path for the static whenever I look for the slash static files. So I'll just tell slash static. Okay, so once I'll just come inside it here. So I'll just tell new here. I'll just tell 1 2. So I'll open the directories. So I need to specify this directory path here. I'll just tell a directory. So I'll just specify slash where slash www slash ARK slash static. So I'll just close this one. So this is the directory I'm specifying it. So I'll just close this particular directory. I'll just tell slash. So before closing it, I need to give require all granted. I need to give all access. So I'll just tell require require all granted. So I'm granting all the permissions to it. So I'll just close this directory. I'll just tell slash directory. So I'm just closing this directory file. So I'll just close it. So once I close this directory file, I'll just give one space tab here. So even I'll just give the space tab. So here I'll give the space tab. So for the better results. So now, so then I need to do it for same for the media folder also. So even we have a media folders here. So this is also a files that will be loading and serving the media files and the static files inside our Django project. So even we need to do it same for that one. So I'll just tell here again alias. Again I need to tell slash media folder. So whenever I get a request for the media folders, so I need to give same as it is slash where slash www slash ARK slash, and inside the ARK slash we have a media folder. So I'll just give media over here. So I'll just come here. So I need to give all the access to it here. So I'll just tell directory slash. So I'll just tell slash where slash www slash ARK slash media. So even we have a media directory here. So I'll just close it. So here I'll give all access here. So require all granted. So I'll just come here. So I'll just close this directory. So once I close this directory, so all the things will be done. So same way I need to give for the one more. So for the serving the files, I need to give one more stuffs. So for that I need to give for the file accessing. So I'll just give as a capital F files files. So I need to activate a WSGI mode here. So I'll just tell files wsgi.py. So here, so I'll just tell require all granted. So I'll just in the tab I'll just give it here require all granted. So once I give all the requires all granted, I'll just close this files directory also. So I need to put these things inside a files directory. So I'll just enter here. So I need to put it inside a directory here. So I'll just tell directory. So what is the directory? So there is a where slash www slash ARK slash. So where is this WSGI file? So this WSGI files is inside my ERK project. So where my settings.py file will be there. So where my settings files will be there, that will be the project directory. This is the project directory slash ERK project. So my project name. So whichever you have given as a project name, use the particular name here. So I'll just tell ERK project. So this is the particular project name I had given here, ERK project. So I'll just close this one. So then I need to inside this one I have a files. So WSGI files I have, that is I have activated. So I'll just close the particular files, files files. I'll just close this one and I'll just close the directory. Okay, so I'll just close it. So now what I'll just do, I'll just click onto the escape. I'll just save everything whatever I have typed. So I'll just escape :WQ. So once I escape, everything will be saved. You can see even if I open here, so all the things is present here already. So then along with that, I need to run some of the Python. I need to run some of the Python this thing. So what is the particular Python path which is the path it is taking to run this particular process. So here I need to give the particular daemon process. So I need to add WSGI daemon process. So I'll just add again. So for the working, I'll just press I again, insert mode. So after this one, I need to run the daemons process. So I'll just tell W, so in the capital. So WSGI DEA. So this one should be a small letter. So WSGI should be a capital letter. So I'll just zoom it. So WSGI. So I'll just put it here inside something here. So even I'll need to give the tab here. Okay. So now it is fine. So I'll just start it from here itself. So it should be good. So WSGI. So I need to run a daemons process. So I'll just tell WADAMON daemon. So I'll just give P as a capital process. So I'll just tell. So here I need to specify what is your particular project thing. What is your particular project here? So the particular project here I have given www/ERK. So here ERK I need to pass it here. So I'll just come here. So I need to pass ERK here. So this is the project directory ERK. So inside that I'll run the Python. So I'll just tell Python. I'll just -home is equal to /where/www/ERK/. So here inside ARK, I have activated as a my project env as a virtual environment. So if you have using the same name, so virtual env space my project env, even you should give same here, my project env. Only the particular folder which you have created. If you have given some other name ARK rather than ARK, if you have given any other name, you need to change it here only at the place of ARK. Rest all the things will be same. So ARK my project env. So now I need to specify the path. So I'll just tell, I'll give the space again. I'll just tell Python path is equal to /where/www/ARK. So this will be the Python path to me. So I'll just enter again. So I'll just enter it here. So here I need to give W again, WSGI. I need to open WSGI again. I need to tell process group. So process GROUP group. So here I need to specify again. So here again I need to specify the project directory. So the project directory is ERK itself. So again in the third line I'll need to activate the script. So again I'll WSGISCRIPT script. Sorry, it's just script and alias. So WSGI script alias. So I need to give this one. So I'll give the space here. I'll just enter the slash. Again I'll just give the space. Again I open the slash. So here I need to specify again path. So where /ww/. So ARK is a project directory slash. So inside ARK, so I need to go ahead. So I have a particular project directory. So the project directory is this one. So inside ARK, so I have a project name as ERK project. I need to give this one ARK project. So I need to give ARK project here. Inside ARK project, I need to run this wsgi.py file. So this is the things I need to specify inside the demo. So this is the steps I need to add it here. So these are all the 4 lines. So this is where the Python script will be, the particular project will be running it. So WSGI daemon process, the particular project name. So this is a path to Python home where /ww/ERK my project env. Then Python path we have specified into /vark / the particular folder name. So then again I am running this particular wsgi process werk. So here I need to give the particular project wsgi script alias. So I'll give the slash. So whenever this alias runs, I need to give this project URL. So that is a /ws/w/erk/erk project and wsgi file. So once I add this one, I'll just press escape and colon and wq. So sorry. So escape. So something is missing here. So I need to save this one. So I'll just tell escape colon wq. So it's little bit it is hanging. So it got hang. I'll just stop it again. I'll just run it. So ssh root at the rate. So I'll just give the particular password here. So once I enter this password, I came inside the terminal. So here I need to give away. So I'll just go to the slash. So I need to go to the particular sites available. So I'll just give cd slash. So cd slash. I need to go to etc slash sites available. So sorry, cdc slash apache 2 slash sites available. So I'll just press ls. I have ai spaces.in. So I'll just see whether it has saved or not. Vim ai space x. So I'll just enter. So it is telling me if something has happened. I'll just open it. So I want to edit it. I'll just press E here. So here I had added the piece of code that I had copied. So I'll just paste again. So because it has not said, so I had copied at that time. So I'll just press I, insert mode. I'll just right click. So after I right click, so all the daemon process is activated here. You can see it will be activated. So I'll just, after adding it, I'll just press escape and I'll just press colon and I'll just press WQ. So it has been saved now. So once it is saved, so then after all the I have activated as a static directory media path I have activated, and I have activated the files, and I have activated the media directory files. So once I do this one, so now I need to go to back. So I'll just tell cd slash where slash ww slash ark. So I'm coming back to this particular directory. So now, so once I come here, so I need to do some of the, there will be some permission issues. So I need to activate all the permissions now. So first I need to give the database permission here. So I have a database here in the ARK folder. I have a database. If I just go one step back here, so we'll just go to the /ARK. So I'll just connect once again. So once again it's giving something. So I'll just connect it. So then I'll just go to the /where/ww/ARK. So here you can see I have a database here. I have a database. I need to give access for all the files which are needed. So here I need to just change mode. Ch mode is a command. So I'll give activated. I'll just tell 664. So 664. So where I need to give for, I need to give it for the database. First I will give the change mode to database file. So then I need to chown also for the particular database. So for I'll just use one more command. So sudo chown. So I'll just give the space here. I'll just tell www data -data. So I want to chown the data of database SQLite 3. So that command has been run. So now I need to chown for the project. So I'll just go cd one folder back. Now I'll give the command cd chown chown. So now I need to give it for www -data. So I'll give it for the main folder. So I'll just give it for the main folder. So I have changed the particular this one. So now I will delete the 8000 port. So I'll just tell you sudo ufw. So sudo ufw. So I need to delete it. So I'll just tell delete allow. So before I had allowed the 8000 port number here. So I need to delete this particular 8000 port number by entering this command. So once I enter this command, so I need to allow the Apache full now. So I'll just tell sudo ufw allow. So I need to allow watch Apache full. I'll just tell Apache full. So once I enter, this particular rules has been updated. Now I'll just check all the configuration. I'll just come cd ark folder. Now I'll check all the configuration, whether all the things is working or not. So sudo apache 2 tc Apache 2c and ctl config text. I'll just run this command. So once I run this command, you can see all the things is fine. So it is telling me the particular syntax is okay. So I'll restart the Apache. Now I'll just tell sudo system system ctl, so sudo system ctl restart Apache 2. So I'll just restart the Apache 2. The Apache 2 has been restarted. Now if I refresh this particular folder, so I can see I am getting same file, so I am not getting anything here. So why? Because I need to activate the particular sites. I need to enable the particular site. So it is a default page, it is enabling it. So I need to go back again. I need to enable that particular site. So I'll just into the sites of that particular configuration which I had done. So I'll come back here again. So I need to go to the where. So I'll just go to this particular directory. So cd sites available. So cd etc Apache 2 sites available. So I'll just give ls. So now I need to activate this AISpacex.in configuration, and I need to inside the particular this one. So I'll just do sudo a2 this site. So first I need to decide what configure default configuration. I will decide it, so it can be disabled. So after disabled, I need to do what? I need to restart the Apache. So I need to sudo, you can see I need to run this command, sudo system restart Apache 2 configuration. So I'll just restart the Apache server. So now again I need to inside the particular configuration which I had, and I'll just tell a2 en site. So inside the configuration of a2 en site, so I need to give the space here. I'll just tell AISpaces.configuration. You can see enabling the sites AISpaces.in configuration. Now I will restart it. So again I'll just restart this particular server. So once again, so sudo restart Apache 2. Again I'm restarting this command. So I'll just enter. So by pressing arrow key up and down, you can restart it. But you can see the terminals. So if I come back again, if I refresh here, so you can see I got a output. I got a perfect output, but you can see I'm getting a errors. So what it's telling me, template doesn't exist, index.html file. So actually I need to change the particular settings here. I'll just go to this particular directory. So where is it? It's in the ERK project. So then my daemon process is working fine. So I'll just go to this particular daemon process. So I'll just open. So once again I'll activate it. So I think I need to update this particular FileZilla, so it is not giving particular results. So I'll just go to the /var /ww/erk/erk project. So I'll go to this directory. So here I have a settings.py file. So I have a settings.py file. So I need to reopen this file. I'll just reopen it. So here I need to do what? So there is a template folder. It is not getting access. So here I need to tell like from I'll just tell os.path.join. I'll just tell os.path.join. So I'll just tell os.path.join. So I'll just open the bracket. So I'll just tell here as a base directory, comma. So I need to enter it in the single quote. So I'll just mention templates templates. So I'll just save this one. So I think I have imported the OS here. So I have imported the OS already. So here I need to transfer the particular template directory in this particular fashion. So I'll just save it. So I'll just close this one. So I'll just click on to the yes, whatever the changes I have done, just then you can see the file has been transferred. Whenever I do any changes, I need to restart the server. So I'll just restart the server. So come back here. If I refresh now, so you can see I am getting a particular address. The particular website has been hosted perfectly. So I can go to the admin panel. So you can see if I just go to the /admin, I can able to open the admin. So I can see it is particular, this thing is not working fine. So let's see what is the issue over there. So again, along with the same thing, so I need to run the migrations. So first I need to run the migrations. So I'll just tell, I'll just go to the particular cd/where/ww/erk folder. So then I need to activate this particular folder. So first I will activate it. I'll just tell source. So I need to just tell source and my project env /bin/activate. So once I activate it, I'll just enter the command python manage.py make migrations. So I'll just enter all the migrations. So no changes detected. I'll just tell migrate. So all the migrations has been applied. I'll just tell python manage.py collect static. So I'll be running this command. So all the static files you need to save it. I'll just run this command. So it is telling me static files without having a static root. So it is telling me you are using a static files app without having a static root. So this is a very carefully we need to enable it. So these are all the errors. So which basically we will be getting it. So we need to handle it carefully. So here if I open again this particular settings.py file, I'll just open this file settings.py file. So here I need to, you can see here, so where is it, here is the static directories. So here I need to, it is a static directory, so I need to do what, I need to enable this as a static root. So I need to make it as a static root here. So what I will do here is, so I need to remove this particular as a base directory. I need to enable it as a static root, same as it is how the media folder I have added, same as it is I need to do it for static. So I'll just remove this one static stuff. So I'll just tell static, so static root is equal to, so I'll just tell again os dot path dot join. So join this base directory as a base directory for the, I'll just tell static. So I'll just close this one. So once I close this one, so now see, I'll just refresh it. So once I save these things here, so I need to restart the particular command. So I'll just tell sudo, so I need to restart it. So I can restart from here itself. So once again, so it's getting a little bit hang. So you can see here, so I'll just restart the particular server here. So I'll just restart the particular server. So where is it? So I'll just restart it. So once I save anything, I need to restart the server. So once I restart it, come back and refresh. So I can see I would have get an error here. So now I have not get an error. So now what I need to do here is, so I need to collect the particular static files command. So I'll just run this command, python manage.py collect static inside my project environment. So I'll just enter this command. So I'll just tell s. So you can see 132 static files has been copied. So once it is copied, I'll just again restart it. Once I restart, come back here, refresh. So you can see all the things is working fine. So I'll just go to the admin panel now. So once I go to the admin panel, you can see all the CSS is getting taken. So I'll just log in here. So you can see attempt only to read only the database. It is telling me you have only read access to the database. So I need to change the particular configuration of database. So I'll just tell ch change mode to change mode -777 to what, db SQLite 3. So I have enabled this command. So I can just refresh. So if I just use this command, come back here. So if I refresh now, so even though I am not getting this one, so I'll just go to the again admin panel. Now I'll just log in. So it is telling enable to open a database file. So now I am getting something extra errors here. So what is the request to open database file? So here I need to change the command. So I'll just change the command ch mode, that is 777. So give all the access to this particular device. So I have given -7. So I'll just restart the server. So once I restart it, again I will refresh the page. So once I refresh the page, I am getting again, so only attempt to read only database. So I'll just see how to attempt to read only database, how I can handle with this Google. So I'll just search with this one. So change the XLIze Stack Overflow. I'll just see. So they would have, I would have get any things here. So they are saying me change mode. So I can give this database folder. So I'll just tell change mode to db SQLite folder. So I'll just tell, so the folder I need to go. So I'll just come back one site folder. So again I will run the same command. The particular give the change mode db77 to the particular folder where erk folder. So once I change the database folder access, now I'll just restart the server. So I'll then sudo system tl restart the server. So once the server is restarted, so it will take a little time. So come back here. So whichever the hosted website, so here. So now if I refresh the page, so you can see all the things is activated. So all the things is working. So along with that, all the hosting part is completed. So now next thing is I need to connect with this particular IP address to the domain name. So I need to connect this IP address to the domain name. So what I will do here is we need to have a domain. So I'll just go to the godaddy.com. I'll just go to the godaddy.com. So here you need to do the sign in. So here you need to do the sign in. So which is your GoDaddy account. So what I'll do here is, so I'll just click on to the sign in. So if you don't have a account, you can just create an account and you can buy the particular domain. So you can search for the domain. If I want a particular domain like anisrahman.in, like I will just search it here. So I can see I have a onis.in, anish.club. So I can add to cart and I can buy the domain. So once you complete your domain purchase, so you need to sign in with that particular domain CIN link. So sorry, particular number. So see customer number and a password. So here I'll just enter the customer number and I'll just log in a second. So you can see I have logged in inside my account, the particular website account. We have a number of domains purchased here. So once you open, so you need to go to here, my products. So just click on to the my products. So here I need to add some of the DigitalOcean. So once I have created this Apple, this is the things. So I want to connect this AI spacing. So this particular site is opening in this particular IP. I want to connect this particular IP address to this particular domain name. So what I'll do here is I'll just click onto the I'll just click onto the manage DNS. So once I click onto the manage DNS, so here you can see I'm getting a DNS record here, AI spaces DNS record. So now I want to change it. I need to use my own DNS. So here this is a project directory. So here I need to add a domain. So I'll just click onto the three dots inside my AI spaces where I have created a domain. So I'll just click onto the add a domain. So once I add a domain, I'll just enter the domain name AI space x.in. So I'll just click onto the AI space x.in. I'll just click onto the add domain. So I'll just add this particular domain with this particular. So you can see AI space x was added. So here I need to add this NS AI spaces NS. So this I need to add all those things. So NS DigitalOcean, NS2 and NS3. I need to add inside the particular GoDaddy account. Here I need to add it. So here it is taking the records as this one default. So I will add it as a name server. So I'll click onto the change here. So once I click onto the change, so here you can see connect my domain to a website. So I'll just tell enter a own domain name servers. So all the things I have here, I have a first I need to add this one. I'll just copy this NS1 record. Then I'll just save it in the name server one. Then I'll just copy of NS2 record. I'll just save it in the name server 2. Again I want to add one more name server, so I need to add NS3 DigitalOcean name server. I'll just copy it, then I'll just save it over here. So I need to remove these dots at the end. So I'll just save it. So once I save, so you can see I'll just tell yes, I consent to update the name server for the selected domain. So I'll just click on to yes. So once I save it, so you can see now after some time the features may unavailable when the process of update. So it will be updating in some time. So I can see I'll be disappearing. These all the things will be disappeared after some time. If I refresh, so you can see here, so you can see we cannot display your DNS information because your name servers aren't managed by us. Now all the main servers will be managed by our DigitalOcean. So now I'll just come back to this I'll just come back to this DigitalOcean. I need to add some of the records. So here record is AI SpaceX. So I need to add one more AI record. So I'll just tell www. So here I'll select this one for this particular IP address 41. So this one I need to select it. So I have a two servers. So I'll just select it for this one 41 IP address. I'll just tell www. The host name will be taken as this one. So then I'll just save it, create a record. Okay, so I need to add a C record also. I'll just add a CAA record. So even here CAA it is asking. Okay, so after before CAA, okay, let's add a AAA record here. So I'll add at the rate here, yes spaces. So here I need to select it. Droplet doesn't have IPv6 address, so there is no need of adding a CAA record. So now I have added a two A records and NS record has been there. So now come back and refresh. So it will be running here. Now if I open AI space s.in, if I open this particular website, you can see the particular default, the particular GoDaddy account is getting opened here. So after some time it will be opened. If I just press Control refresh, So again I am getting same page. So now one more thing I need to do it. I need to add this domain name inside my allowed host. So where is the settings.py file? I need to go to the settings.py file here. I'll just open the file. So here I need to add the particular IP address. So I need to add, I'll just put a comma, I'll just open this one, I'll just tell www.ai space x.in. So whenever I get this one, I'll be allowing this one. So again I'll just tell ai space x.in, so that I'm allowing this IP. So I will just make debug is equal to false, so that I don't want to run the errors inside the website. So here I'll just make this changes. I'll just press escape, I'll just save this one. So I have allowed this to this particular sites. So I'll just save it. So once I save, come back here. So in the terminal, so again it's getting hanged. So I'll just close the command terminal. So again I'll just open it, cmd ssh root @ so I'll just open this thing inside my command. So I'll just add the password. I'll just comes inside it. So now I'll just restart it. So I need to enter restart. So I'll just server. So I can enable the above keys. So I'll just click on to the update. So whatever the update is there, it will update it all the things. So then I'll just restart the server. So here I'll just restart the server by entering a service dot what is that command. So I need to restart the server now. I'll just tell sudo sudo system system ctl restart apache or restart apache 2, because I have done the changes inside the settings.py file. You can see I have done the changes here in a settings.py file. I have added these stuffs. So for that once I have added it. So one more thing I need to go and change it somewhere else also. So I'll just cd slash, so where is it? So I'll just go again here. So I have here itself. So in this one I'll just tell ls. So I'll just tell vim configuration of ai spaces dot configuration. So I'll just edit it. So here also I'll just add the server name. The server name I'll be adding as the particular server name. You can see here I'll just set it as an insert mode. So here I have a server name here. So I'll just remove the server name. So here I will be adding www. So here I'll just enable www.ai space x.in. So ai space x.in. So I have added this one. So I'll just escape colon. So escape colon, again it is not working. So these are some of the things which gives hand. So it's working. So I'll come back and refresh to this ai space x.in. So again I'm getting the same page here. So 1 second. So I'll just see why it is not working. So I'll just so you can see it is working now. So if I just open, if I edit it, so it has been added, the server name has been added. I'll just press escape colon wq. So it has been entered. So now I'll just restart it. So sudo system1 restart the apache. Come back and refresh this particular page now. So even I am getting it same as it is. So if I just open this page inside the incognito mode, so I'll just open inside the incognito mode. So I'll just enter it. So you can see here this particular website is opening inside this particular website, because some cache files has been saved over there, so it is not open over there. So you can see the particular website is open inside my ai-spaces.in domain name. So that means I have successfully connected my domain with the IP address. Even I can do sign up. You can see all the functionalities is working perfectly. Okay, so this is how you can connect your website, and you can connect your domain name with this same IP address. So then coming back to the next topic, if I just come back here, it is even it is running here. It's also even it is. So even it is, if I just press Ctrl Shift R, so you can see, so something cache file would have been saved here. I'll just I can remove the cache files. so no problem, later I will be removing. So the website has been hosted now. So the website has been hosted over there, so even it is opening inside my mobile. I have just checked right now, so after some time it will reflect here also. It has saved some cache files over there. So then what I need to do here is, I want the particular website, which control shift new tab. So in the incognito mode, if I just open a website, AI space x.in, so it is working perfectly. Now you can see it is telling me your connection is site is not secure. So the particular connection is not secure. So I have to connect my particular website with the SSL certificate now. So how I can do that particular thing? So even I can do that particular stuff. So what I need to do here is I need to go back to, I can see, I'll just show you where all the thing is coming here. If I just open a DigitalOcean guide, so how to serve a, can see the commands all has been written here, but I have made a simple commands, and the same commands I have been copied from the particular Ubuntu. You can see here they have said you, in this particular site they have said you how to installations, how to set up the directory and all those things. So once again, so you can see here all the things they have said here, installing packages, how to do Python 3, so all the things they have said. So they have said same logic I have been used, but I have explained you all the stuffs, how to connect with the single folders, how to run off the commands, all those things. Some of the things they have missed that I have covered you how to do it. So along with that, I have shown you how to connect with the AI SpaceX with our IP address. So then after that, what I need to do, I need to set up a, so I need to set up a SSL certificate. So I'll just click onto this link. So I can use this command to set up a SSL certificate. So for the Ubuntu 16.4, so I'll be set upping a SSL certificate. So I need to run this first command to set up a SSL certificate. So what is the command? So this is the command. So what I'll do here is I'll just copy this command. So whatever the command is there, I'll just come back here. So inside I'll just go to the cd/var/ww/erk. So I'm inside the folder. Now I'll just simply right click. So I'll just it is asking me the country name. So if you want to set up a SSL certificate, it's asking the country name. I'll just give it as India. So it is country name is India. So I need to just tell IN. So state or province, I'll just tell Karnataka. So I'll just city locality Bengaluru. So then organization name, I'll just tell AI space X. So organization unit name, yeah, Robotica. So common, your name, server name, I'll just tell common name, I'll just give my name here. So email address is asking, so I'll just enter the email address. So I can just enter this email address. So I'll just enter. So I have entered it. So once I have entered this command, so next I can see what is the command over here next. So the next command is this particular command. So you can see after entering, so it is asking me, so we can do this by getting a SSL certificate. So I'll just copy this command. So I'll just see, I'll just right click. So it will take a little bit long time. This is going to take a long time. So you can see here all the thing has been coming. So all the this has generated some keys. So I'll just come back again to the particular. So where is it? So I'll just open the particular things here itself. So what was it? DigitalOcean's, how to set up a, how to serve a Django applications. So here I'll just open a site. So I'll just go a little bit down. So here we have the thing conclusion. So setup, so I need to, if you don't have a domain name, I need to use this one. If I have a domain name, I need to use this first particular site. So let's encrypt. So here I need to install this particular code. So I won't be using, so before I that for if you don't have a domain name, so I have a domain name, so I'll be using first link. So here I'll be running for Ubuntu 18 or Ubuntu 16. So I'll be using Ubuntu 16 itself. So I'll be installing this particular first command, sudo add repository. So I need to install this one. So I'll just right click and enter. So you can see it will be, so some IPs something is getting error. So you can see all the packages getting it. So if I just again enter one more time, so prepare decrypted, so all the thing is, so it's something is let's see, so all the thing is done now. So again come back here. So then what I need to do, I need to update it. So I'll just click onto the update. So I'll just update it. So all the commands will run fine. So after once I update it, so I need to run this command. So I'll just copy this command, I'll just right click and enter. So here you can see it is done. So however, here you see this means a package is missing, Apache is not available. So here I need to use a Python 3. So here it is one mistake here, so I need to make it as a Python 3. So this if I done this one, I can install the SSL. So I'll just see why I had given. So I had installed the SSL. All the packages is getting installed for the SSL certificates. So then come back here. So here set up a SSL certificate. It is telling me I need to use a set up a SSL certificate. So before that, I need to go to the admin panel. I need to add some of the secure SSL secure layer, which is going to check inside our domain. So that all the things I need to add it. So I'll be adding some of the secure connections. So what are the SSL connections I need to add? I'll just add it now. So inside my DigitalOcean. So first one, I need to add a CAA. So I need to add a CAA stuffs. So here I'll just tell www.aispacexx.in. So here the particular host name I'll just give it as www.aispacexx.in. So here it is asking for the tag. So I will be using a tag as a issue tag. So so here it is asking a granted for. So it should grant for this particular thing, and I'm using a issue tag, and the flag I will be giving as 0. Then I'll just create a record. So again, one more, I'll just add a CAA record. So for the CAA record, I'll be giving the particular host name as at the rate. So again, it is asking the domain. So it is granted for. I'll just tell AI Robotica, AI space x dot in. So granted for this one. Choose tag is issue. So I'll just create it. Okay. So again, I need to create one more tag. So that is at the rate. So again, I'll just give www.ai space x.in. So it is I'll just tell issue while tag. So issue while tag. So I'll be giving all the things as a 0. I'll just issue this particular tag. So again, I'll give one more thing. So I'll just tell again. So at the rate I'll give. So here I'll add one more thing. So that is let's secure, let's encrypt YPT. So let's encrypt .org. So .org. So here I'll just issue a while tag. So I'll just create a new tag here. Okay, so again I'll just give it at the rate. So I'll just tell again, let's encrypt encrypt.org. So here I need to issue a issue tag. So I'll just click onto the create let's encrypt.org. Okay, so then again I need to get a www. So I'll just tell let's encrypt encrypt.org. So here I'll just use a issue wild. So I'll just create it. So I have added this all the tags. So I have added a number of tags. So these are all the tags I need to add it. So once I add this one, come back to here. So here I can check now. So I need to check it. So whether it is a particular tag is there or not. So where was it? So it was here. So I need to check sudo cult-board. So I need to set up a SSL certificate now. I need to set up a SSL certificate. Then I need to run this for command. The things will get set up. So before that, I need to do one more thing here. So I need to go to the cd/etc/apache2 apc/apache2 sites available. So if I'll go to here, I'll just enter ls. So I have a aispacexx.in configuration. So what I need to do here is, first I need to tell vim ai. So I need to tell vim ai spaces.configuration. So for some reason it will give the error. So because for that purpose I need to do one thing. So I need to just comment out this line. I'll just comment this one. Sorry, I need to press I. So I'll just comment this WSGI process. So I'll just comment this particular WSGI process. I'll just escape and I'll just save all the thing. So escape. So I'm just commenting this 3 line. So I'll just save it now. So once I save, so now I can run that particular command. So what is the command here is, so I'll just go back to this line. So here I need to run this particular cutboard command I have run. So even I have updated. So I need to install this particular. I need to enter this command. That is a sudo cutboard apache d example.com. So I'll just right click here. So here I'll just tell ai space x dot in. This is the domain name. So I'll just enter. So I can see it is asking me the enter the email address. So I'll just enter email address. Enter. It is asking me for the agree. So I'll just tell yeah. So now again it is asking me no. I'll just tell no. Like it is asking for a front end foundation. I don't want no. So I'll just tell n. So obtaining a new certificate, it will check for the challenge, it will check for the certificate. So it will just check for the challenge, it will just see whether all the things is correct or not. So you can see it is telling me please choose whether or not redirect HTTP traffics to HTTPS, removing a HTTP access. I'll tell no redirect, make the further change of config redirect, make all the requests to HTTPS access. I'll just tell select 2 here. So all the requested I need to send it back to this HTTPS. So once I do this one, so I have been enabled my certificates. So I'll just come back here. So now even I can run it for this also. So here I need to run it. I'll just copy this command. So I'll just paste it in the notepad first. So yeah, I'll just change it. So the particular domain.com to I'll just make it to AI space x. AI space x dot in. Again I'll just tell www.ai space x dot in. So now I'll just run this command inside the terminal. I'll just command this run terminal. So I'll just enter it. So once I enter it, so again I'll be getting it. So I'll just expand. So renewing the existing certificate, it will just check for the challenges. So something has been failed. So it is telling me CA record WWS was prevent the issuance. So record for www.aspace prevents the issuance. So this is something. I'll just see what is the error. So here I need to go back here. So I'll just see. So here I have added the let's encrypt issue while tag www.ca record I have added. So even I need to add it for let's encrypt also. So even I have added it here. Fine. So let me see in the DigitalOcean. So I'll just see whether the project is working or not. So I'll just refresh this particular page. So I'm getting this default page because it has enabled this IP address for this particular default page. So I need to open with www. So what is it? AI space x dot in. So if I open again, I'm getting this default page because you can see it is going to the configuration. It is I got a SSL certificate. Even you can see here I got a SSL certificate, but I need to do what? Again I need to go back to this particular configuration. I'll just enter edit mode. Now I'll uncomment this one. I'll just uncomment it. So I'll just uncomment this particular thing. So I'll just escape. I'll just put a colon. I'll just enter Q. So all the thing is done. So now what I'll do? I'll restart the server. Now you can see I would have get a results. So I'll just restart the server. So once I restart the server, it is restarting the server. So once I restart it, if I refresh the same page, so 1 second, again I'll just restart it. So it has been restarted. So what is the issue is happening here? If I refresh the ASP6.in, so I'm getting this particular stuff. So I'll just open in the new incognito, shift control shift N. So ASP6.in. So I'm getting the default page. So I think I need to enable the configuration. I need to do some enable configuration. So what I need to do here is, so it's taking the default configurations page. So see here, if I just go to this particular sites available, so inside here, so I have two things. If I just do ls, so you can see I got these many things. So it is just configuration, just I got one more file, that is SSL certificate file. So it is aspacex.in le-ssl.conf. So what I need to do here is I'll just do vim ai spacex.in.conf. So what I'll do here is I'll keep as it is. I'll just put comment here. So I'll just insert mode, I'll just put a comment here. Sorry, where? So here I need to put a comment. So here see, I'll just control hash, control hash, control hash. So I'll just escape, I'll just save this file. Now what I need to do, I need to configure the SSL certificate vim ai spaces .in. So I need to configure this particular file. So which is the file? This is the SSL file I need to configure now. So I'll enter the ai spaces .in -le ssl.config. So here you see, I got this one. Everything has been copied, everything is there. So here I will activate the daemons process. So I'll just enter I'll just uncomment this line inside my SSL. So I'll just escape, control-:wq. So I have configured. Now you can see that error would have went. So I'll just refresh the server. I'll just restart the server, sudo system restart the Apache 2 server. So come back to the server. So if I refresh the page, you can able to see the website. That is perfectly, it is hosted with the SSL certificate and all the thing is working fine. So I can do one more thing. So I can run this one more command, that is a dry run. Automatic, the certificates will be renewed. If I run this command, automatically the server, the particular whichever the SSL certificate will be there, that will be renewed. Okay, so this is how we can do it. So even if I refresh the server, even here it's loading late in the 6. So you can see all the website is perfectly, it is hosted. So I can do whatever I want. I can do the sign in, I can do the login page, and along with that, if I log in with the admin panel, so if I just log in with the admin panel here, admin, so I'll just log in with the admin panel with the credentials. So if I see, if I just visit the site, I can able to purchase the items. You can see, I can see all the things. I can add to cart button, I have the checkout page, all the things is working perfectly. So this is how we can host a Django website in a DigitalOcean platform, and how we can connect with our domain names. I have shown you in the DigitalOcean, the particular GoDaddy account. Then these all the commands we need to run it over here. So same thing, you can see all the dry run has been run automatically. The server will be the particular keys will be activating it. So you can see the particular validity of this. Even if I refresh in the incognito mode, even all the website is working fine here. So even it is working fine with this particular website. So it is working fine with this. So I'll just close this one. So where is it? Here. So all the thing is working fine. If I just do the logout, even the logout is successful. So this is how we need to host a Django website in a DigitalOcean platform and connect with the domain name and getting a SSL certificate for the Ubuntu 16.4. So here we have a guide. You can follow these guides for the hosting the website. If you have any doubts, you can comment in the below comment section. I'll be replying for that. If you get any errors, you can directly contact to me. Okay, thank you.
Like and share this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon for such more videos. Stay safe, happy learning, and I will see you in my next video.